An Avatar ranking characters video, whatever. I'm gonna put him right here. I feel like it would be a little unfair to put Appa in front of Asami. Some people might not agree with me on that, but I thought that'd be a little unfair. They could be around the same. Yeah, I think I like Appa more than everyone else on it. Yeah. Flopsy, he's cool, but I don't like him nearly as much as Appa. So he's gonna come down here with this guy. Yeah, right around there. Aang, I mean, like, it's like, do I really even have to say anything? Main character for a series, man. The freaking Avatar, right? I'm gonna just make it simple. Like, I really like Aang. Like, I would get into a whole spiel about him, but I don't really think I need to. Like, Azula is like my favorite character, but I feel like Aang is definitely a better character than Azula. So for now, he's gonna be at the top of A. Now, some of you guys might be questioning why I didn't put him into S, and that's because I'm not sure about this whole tier up here yet. Like, I do think there are characters who are better than Aang, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure about that yet. We don't. Oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh yeah, I'm doing this on the Xbox, guys. Yeah, I think I remember where to put them though. No, right there. Okay, sorry about that. I don't remember this chick's name, but like her whole thing is just being like basically Marilyn Monroe, I think. So don't have much for her. I'll probably put her like really like right here. Nah, like right here. Yeah. What is her name again? I'm sorry that I said. Look, I like her. I like her the most out of Tenzin's kids, but she is the most forgettable. I can't even remember her name. But I do like her the most because she's like a middle child, and I'm a middle child, right? So I relate to her more. Like, obviously, I think Milo and Jinora are better characters, but I really like her because, you know, she's like the forgotten one, right? So I'm gonna put her probably right here. I'm definitely gonna mess around with this as it goes on. It does look a little wonky to me already. I'm gonna move it around. I think what I should have did was, like, there was a tier that was just for avatars. I should have made a tier, and maybe I will, that is like literally just for animals, because I feel like it's a little unfair to like judge animals with humans when, like, even though like an Avatar they get a lot of character out of the animals, they're never gonna get like as much out of an actual human, right? So I think it's a little bit unfair. Alright, Lakota. Love Lakota. Like, I love like his whole thing. Like, he's not a perfect leader. He's a lot like Sokka, but he's like mature Sokka, basically. Like, he makes the jokes and all that. Like, that's where Sokka gets it from. It's just, he's actually mature. You know, like, he's not trying to pretend to be a warrior like Sokka was for so long of his arc. Like, he actually made it there, and he knows what it actually is like to be a good warrior. That's why people follow him. I really do. And he's really good at that, too. So I'm going to go ahead and probably put Lakota just right around there. I don't know if I like Lakota more than Asami. I might, but I might not. I'm not sure. Hama. I love Hama's character. Like, Hama is like, she's like Jet, where it's like this is a character who's doing horrible things. But because of what they went through, you're kind of like, well, like, it makes you think, right? Like, if this same thing had happened to you, like, Hama went through, like, Holocaust-level stuff, man. Horrible stuff. Right? Like, to be, like, I mean, like, they obviously didn't show that, but I think the implication was there, that that's what they were doing to, like, waterbenders, right? Like, I don't think they were just imprisoning them. I think they were doing other stuff. They just couldn't show that because it's a kids show. But, like how I feel like she's a better version of Jet, kind of, right? Where you get someone who something is like horrible has happened to, and they're just like incredibly twisted on the inside. Like, she's the person sick enough to like introduce bloodbending to the show. Like people, I guess, were asking, because I wasn't there when it was first out, but I guess, people would have been asking like, can people bend the blood inside your body? And it turns out, yeah, they can. They totally can. And it's horrifying. So I really do love Hama as a character, but she's only really in the one episode, so she's probably going to end up around here somewhere. This guy, all I remember about this guy is that he's like, this guy's dead. So he's going to go like just right beside him. I can't remember anything else about him. I'm sorry, guys. Haru's alright. But that's just it. Like, I think the strongest thing he ever did was have that little chat with Katara. And he was like, they were talking about like how they lost their parents, and he was like, it's not enough, is it, right? I really do like that line and the way that scene is lit and all that. But like, Peru is just kind of There's not much to him. I'm gonna probably put him like right here. So yeah, somewhere around here. Hey Bye is just super cute, and I did like the thing they did with him, but besides that, there's not a lot to say. So I'm probably just gonna put Hey Bye like right here by Flopsy. This is Asami's dad. I don't remember his first name, but obviously his last name is Sato. He's really, I just like his character, right? And I like how he got redeemed in the end of Korra and everything. Like, they actually tried with this character. And it makes sense, like, why he would feel the way he did. Like, it's another one of those characters. He's not quite as good as Hama, I feel, when coming to this, but it's another one of those characters where you're like, if this happened to me, how would I actually react, right? I think Avatar and Korra are really good at making, like, very human villains where you're like, they going through things to the point where you're like, well, if this was me, and I was in the Avatar world, and I had these powers, and this stuff happened to me, would I turn into this, right? And I think a lot of us actually might, I really do. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put Asami's dad somewhere in here. The Earth Queen. A lot of people hate the Earth Queen. A lot of people do not like this character. But I feel like, since I think her point was to be arrogant and snooty and like bourgeoisie, like if that was her point and you don't like her, then I feel like that the writers actually did a really good job there, right? So I can't call her a bad character for that just because I don't like her. But besides that, she's not much. The best thing that ever happened to this character was dying the way she did to Zahir. So yeah, she's gonna end up somewhere in here. Yeah. This is, see, I should really know who this guy is, because I just did a video on him a couple weeks ago, right? This guy is, General Sung, I think is his name. If I got that wrong, please correct me, but I think his name is General Sung. He's like the leader of the Council of Five, of Boss Sing Se, but he gets taken out, like, real easy. So, there's not much I can do for him. I'll put him right there, I guess. This is one of Su Yin's kids, I think. Can't remember much about them, but they got an alright design, I guess. So, and they go over here by like Eska and Desmond, somewhere in here. Actually, maybe they'll go right here, ish. Yeah, they'll go right here. All right. Hugh. This guy's like really. This guy's really cool. Like the conversation he has with Aang is actually really good about like how everything's an illusion, how everything's connected. That's really cool. Especially when we be teaching kids, right? Because a lot of kids, aren't going to be taught something like that just like in a cartoon. I really do like his whole philosophy on life. And I definitely love like the way he bends, right? Like that was probably the most unique bending we had ever seen up to that point. To like make a huge kaiju beast out of like swamp vines, like, and he was actually giving like Aang and Katara a really good fight too. Like think about this. He was giving Aang and Katara a hard fight. They were getting knocked back flying by this guy, right? So I did. This guy, he's up there. He's pretty powerful. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put Hugh. Yeah, I'm putting him pretty high actually. Like as a character too, because you know it isn't just that. But I think I like Eska. Yeah, I'll put him right there. Now this is Zuko's daughter, Izumi. Don't remember much about her. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure she was a good Fire Lord and all the stuff that Zuko did, like abdicating the throne. That was really cool, but I don't remember if they established a lot about her character for real. So I can't really place her that much higher than probably around here-ish. I'm sorry, like this whole row right here is basically for characters I don't even remember, or just there isn't much to. These guys right here are just air acolytes. Air acolytes are cool, but they're not that cool. So they're gonna end up probably right here by hereby. Gazan! Gazan is really cool, guys. Lava freaking bending. Lava bending. You know, add to that, he has like a really good design. He has a really cool attitude. Yeah. I think Gazan, actually like Gazan probably about this much. Amon. Like, I don't agree with everything they did with him. If it was me, this guy would have straight up just been basically a force bender, right? Like, if you guys have ever seen Star Wars, like, there would have been no blood bending if it was me. This guy would have had, like, energy bending, right? Like, if it was me, and I, like, rewrote Korra, book 1, it would have been like there was like a rogue lion turtle. There was like these benders took my power and look what they did with it. Look at the 100-year war. Look at all this 10,000 years of fighting. Like Avatar 1 literally freaking died. And it was like a big old war going on. It's like, so the way I would have wrote it was like, nah, I gave my powers to these humans. I gave, you know, like my guidance to the Avatar, and look at what a mess of things that they've all made. The Avatar didn't do their job so many times, and it screwed the world up. So, like, you know what? No more bending. And he chooses this guy who's like a really good non-bender. He's like, I'm not gonna give you fire bending or water bend, air, or none of that. No, you're gonna get energy bending, bro. Use it to take away other people's bendings, like Aang, right? So it would have been like, well, Aang's dead. Korra's a little kid. It would have been like, nah, like you are gonna take my power. You know, all the other lion turtles, they think that this is a good thing, but I've been watching this constant war, constant fighting, constant imbalance. We were supposed to protect the world, and we were supposed to make everything balanced, make everything right, and these benders just took our power and screwed everything up even more, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? So, like, he gives, like, this human who he believes in the power to take other people's bending away. Energy bending. So, like, when Amon is, like, straight up just lifting people in the air, it would not have been blood bending if it was me. It would have been energy bending. Right? But that's, I love Amon. Just, like, the voice. I think he's voiced by, Steve Bloom. I love Steve Bloom. Just, like, the way he fights with, like, the non-bending, like, I love Amon. I think Amon is honestly, I think he's one of the best villains in Avatar. Like, he's like 2 or 3. He's in the top 3, I think. So I'm putting Amon like way up here. Like, I'm probably gonna put Amon like above Booney and them, honestly. Like, I don't know if I can put... you know what? Actually, no. I'm going to put him right there by Zula. Right there. I think I just messed something up. Or maybe I did not. Hopefully I didn't. But, yeah. I really do appreciate Amon. He's an amazing character. Okay. Next character we got is Jong Jong. I love freaking Jong Jong, guys. Jong Jong... I don't care what you say. Jong Jong has got to be a better bender than freaking Iroh. I'm sorry. He's got to be. Like, this guy has got to be, like, the secret best firebender in the show. He has to, because, like, This guy has literally like Sozin Comet level feats with no Sozin's Comet. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the scene with the riverboats. Like, of course you have. That's a rhetorical question. But this guy literally had the whole freaking river, a whole huge wall of fire